Alright, so what's going on, y'all? So I've been getting questions as to how in the world is a F-150 carrying this heavy truck camper? Well, so this F-150 is not a regular F-150. It's what they call a 7700. It's able to carry up to 7,700 pounds, which I'm probably maxing it out carrying this truck camper. Um, It has air shocks on the back, but one of them's busted, which is why it leans like it does. And the tires on the back, which I just put good tires on here, they're what you call E-rated. E-rated tires are made to carry a lot more than your typical tires. The way that you know that they're E-rated is because it has a little E on it. Hold on, I'll show you. This. Alright, so the way that you know that they're E-rated, give me 1 second, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Load range E. I don't know if you can see that, but it says load range E on it. Oh shit, I lost the, oh well, I lost the side. Goes to the refrigerator. I probably blew it off. So the way that you know that it's E-rated is because it has load range E on it on the side of the tire. If it doesn't have load range E, it is not E-rated, and you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to carry anything with any sort of substantial weight, even if your truck ain't rated for it. I mean, you can get away with it, even like if your truck is not a 7700, if it's like a regular F-150, or like back in the day, it used to be F-100s. Even if it's one of them, you can get away with it with an E-rated tire. It's just gonna wobble, and I mean, it's gonna make the ride soft and bouncy as hell and unstable. But you can get away with it. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but you can get away with it. With this one, like I said, it's a little bit heavier of a truck. Not a whole lot heavier. It's like a heavy half ton. That's the best way to describe it. But then, even if I think about it, even if it was a regular F-150, I'd probably still do it. But I would definitely have those tires on here. That's how I'm carrying it, and like I can get on the highway and be just fine. You can see the tires, they're not like bending or bowing or anything like that. They're not under a whole lot of pressure from the camper. The camper's only like 2,000 pounds. It's putting the workout on the suspension though, there's no question about that, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I mean, the suspension has been worked to the point that it's beyond work. The next thing from here is breaking a leaf spring or something, so I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't think it's heavy enough to break a leaf spring, but it's definitely worn out. It's an old farm truck. But, so that's how I'm able to carry this thing. And yeah, just figured I'd make that video right quick for you. Maybe you learned something. Maybe not. Maybe you already know everything. Doesn't matter. I made you learn something anyway. So, with that being said, stay in the house. And I will talk to y'all later. Actually, why not? So I'll tell the go-kart story right quick. Seemed like I got enough time. So I had this go-kart, right? And the go-kart was completely experimental. It was something that I fabricated from nothing. It had a wheelbarrow wheel for a drive wheel and two hand truck wheels in the front, and this thing would get up to about 50 miles an hour, though, And I mean, this is just a brief, quick story, but something just happened that reminded me of it. But so this thing, before I would ride it myself, I would get my buddies to test drive it because I'm not fool enough to drive anything that I done built. It just ain't gonna happen, at least not right away. So I'd get them to test drive it for me. And I have a buddy named Tom, and he got on it, and he said, yeah, man, I'll go down the street. So you had to pull the string to get it to go. And the string was connected to the carburetor, and you pull the string. And he pulled the string, went on down the street. You mean, went flying, went on around the corner, went rolling, man. I mean, he was getting it. He come back down the street. He turned the corner, come on down the street. He getting it. You hear him revving up, man. I mean, he probably pushed about 50 miles an hour at this point. And all I heard was pop, skirt. And the wheel fell off of the back. And not only did the wheel fall off of the back, the funniest part about it was that when the wheel fell off, the go-kart stopped dead in front of this woman who was unloading her groceries. And she goes, hoo, 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 hoo. Senor, your will go bye-bye. And the wheel rolled down the street, and I caught the wheel. I literally bounced right on into my hands. And I said, Tom, I got it. And yeah, that's only part of the go-kart story. I don't have enough time to tell you the whole go-kart story. This actually happened 3 times to the same guy. So anyway, I'm out of time. I'll talk to y'all later. Like and subscribe if you like and subscribe.